the way it connects to the DoLuck body kit. We gotta build some aluminum brackets, so I'm gonna cut those out to size. What do you guys think? I think it's gonna look pretty cool. Hey, what's up guys? I'm just chilling. What's up guys? Josh here from JDM Right Hand Drive. Today we're going to be working on the Silvia S14. Grinding this morning on the brakes just with a wire brush to clean all the loose rust off of them. These things were just, you can tell they've been sitting for a long time because they were really caked with rust like on the inside in there. And the pads are pretty much brand new. So I scraped all this off on the top, bottom, around the edges. So once the pads dry this a few more times, it'll shine the rotors back up, so at least it doesn't look like a big eyesore in the wheel well. Getting some work done on the wheel well, so I've got the OEM brand new wheel liners installed. So these look good. They go all the way up and around. And the issue is with the lower part, the way it connects to the DoLuck body kit. I've got to build some aluminum brackets, so I'm going to cut those out to size, bend them, and then we'll screw those in. That way this is going to be held on. We don't want to blow it back into the tire. At speeds, of course. These are what the brackets look like that I made to hold on the underside of the front bumper DoLuck body kit to the wheel liners. And I just basically cut these off. My angle grinder outside, they're cut to about 7.5 inches of length. See where I just marked them with a pen? And then I just basically just used a 4-pound sledgehammer and pound them into the position I want. Drilled it, cleaned up the holes. Let's go mount them underneath. All right, we're all done. So this is the passenger side, fender liners in. This is an aftermarket one. I couldn't find an OEM one at the time, but it does fit up around the intercooler piping. And everything is attached. The lower tray is on as well, so we're all good to go. And then these are what those brackets look like here. So they're just screwed on here. And I got a bolt with a nut through on this side. And this is gonna hold this through. And on there, a couple of secure clips here and kind of up all around the fender liner. So that'll hold it in. Plus there's one right there. So this isn't going anywhere. It'll keep the car a lot cleaner underneath.
I don't have friends, I got family.
Also been having some issues with the car stalling when it comes out of gear and the RPMs drop. And stop by and visit UP Garage, talk with Eric and Doug. And I'll show you kind of what they thought it could potentially be. So on the intake snorkel, you can see how the mass airflow sensor is in real close proximity to the compressor wheel on the turbo. And so what I went ahead and did is ordered a little bit longer silicone coupler. That's 3 inches, this is 6. And hopefully by spacing the mass airflow sensor out a little bit farther away, I won't be getting as much turbulence from the turbo as you come out of gear as it's, you know, spooling. The blow-off valve is also very stiff, so I'm going to remove the blow-off valve. And I'm going to look inside the springs and see kind of where that's at. And I need to loosen that so it actually opens because the blow-off valve does not open right now. I can barely push it open by hand, so it's very stiff. Okay, so I've got my new silicone coupler here in the center, and you can see that that is basically double the distance. So that's giving me an extra 3 inches. Hopefully that'll help with the turbulence to the MAF. Let's put it in. Mass airflow sensor and intake and everything fits perfectly with having that 6-inch versus 3-inch. It's got plenty of space around the coolant overflow tank and the front of the chassis. And it sucks. I didn't even notice, but this was like super brittle. It's becoming like a white color. I noticed it was like barely broken. I touched it and it like broke off, so this is going to need to be replaced too. Those are kind of expensive. I'm just going to throw a piece of tape over it for now. That's the ghetto poor man fix right there for now. At least it'll keep contaminants out. Turbo looks nice. I love that gritty turbo blanket. Yeah, but slowly then surely she's coming together. And the front ones turned out so good, I still need to take the rear rotors off and wire brush these all down as well to get them cleaned up. There's also a lot of buildup on the wheels, so I'm going to have to probably Scotch-Brite those as lightly as I can to get all of that stuff like carbon buildup off of there. The blow-off valve is off, and you can see where this rubber gasket is, or this little seal to, you know, keep the pressure from leaking. This Allen nut or bolt was all the way tightened down to here, so I backed it out, what, about a 1/2 inch. So that'll make a big difference in the ability to compress this with the boost pressure, I'm hoping. I thought this could potentially be taken apart, but if you look in, there's like a spring clip there. And if I was to compress that, the spring on the inside of this would probably blow this all apart, and I'd probably never be able to get it back together. So I'm just going to leave it the way it is and then just run it on the softest setting possible, and I'm hoping that that works. So what I actually did is lubricated that piston on the inside there, on the valve, with a little bit of engine oil. And now I'm just going to compress that a bunch of times by hand to kind of loosen it up. Excited, we actually had a box show up a couple days back from Amazon, so I figured I'd open this with you guys. Any of you guys that follow my channel, I'm getting ready to go to Bremerton Raceways next month. I've got a race coming up, and at this point I've got a lot of friends and stuff that want to come for ride-alongs in my car, so I figured out, hey, why not get a extra helmet? This is the Bell Qualifier DLX. I think this thing looks pretty sweet. It's the Isle of Man. Ordered this on Amazon. I'll have a link down below if you want to order the same one. Help support the channel. But I went with this because I also have an LS2 helmet, and I read some reviews kind of after I purchased that, and that's really not rated too well. This helmet is really rated highly in crashes and stuff like that. It's got the MIPS technology, so there's like a little plastic barrel on the inside, and that thing basically will go back and forth. So if there's an impact, side impact, your head will kind of move with the helmet on the inside. It's supposed to be better for your protecting your brain. So these will be my two helmets. I've got the Bell Qualifier DLX, and then I've got the LS2. I think this is called like the Crypt or something like that. I really like the look of this helmet. And I like this has a quick release, just like that. Loosen it up and it pops off. Just like this. Well, it's a lot easier. This is a conventional strap setup, but I'm sure that this is in like a severe accident, this is going to have a lot lower probability to actually break. This is just plastic. I think that could, potentially break. Nice vents on the top. I have links in the description for both those helmets. I'm pretty excited to go to the track and give some of my friends a ride along. V-Spec-Zilla R32 GTR guy that I had on my channel a few videos ago. He's gonna meet me at Bremerton. I'm gonna take him for a ride along. Also my other friend David, so I got two Davids that are gonna be going. And then maybe one of my kids. So look at this helmet, what do you guys think? I think it's gonna look pretty cool. It's good, it's comfortable. It's for like an oval shaped head, which I have. So it should fit a lot of my different passengers. Put these up on the shelf for now. Kind of exciting seeing a couple of helmets and a set of wheels and intercooler, turbos. I like having parts out in the garage. Got a crankshaft back there. I've got a couple stock camshafts for the R32 right in there, so it's kind of fun. I need to put the covers on the inside from when I was cleaning up the wiring underneath, as well as over by the ECU. I got that on. A little bit of like sun fade or damage there. It looks really bad, but it's on. Passenger side ECU cover plate is on. It looks so much better. I decided to address one more thing. The rear part of the body, there was a dent in this quarter panel when I got the car, which I've pretty much pounded it out from the inside. But I wanted to repair this area of paint that was compromised. I've got, somewhat matching color paint that'll just kind of fill in here. I'm gonna sand it down, rust convert it, prime it, paint it, and then once I put the rear, Nivan body rear spats on that, that should be pretty much good to go. But this looks good. The rear end of the car, there's a little bit of light surface rust, but at least it's all original. This is all original stuff from the factory. It hasn't been hit or dented. So the back part of the car is at least good. Getting ready to wash this area, but one thing I thought was interesting, I could tell my car sat outside for a while because this was sitting in here. These are like roots or grass or something. They kind of grew up into this area from it sitting outside, which is sad. Well guys, it is the next morning and I've got the rear clean. It's all washed, it looks nice. I went ahead and bondoed this area, so I was going to sand this today and paint it, but I won't be able to finish painting because, of course, it's raining outside. It's supposed to be sunny tomorrow. This is the first day it's rained here in like a month. So I'm going to get this all sanded down, perfect, and pretty much ready for paint tomorrow. Same thing over here. Just use my tape as a guide and get this sanded down, and then I'll I'll paint it, and then this will be all tidied up. I'm also going to remove the steering wheel, which I'll probably do in a different video. Or I probably won't even show that on video. I'm going to pull this off and put it in the R32 because this steering wheel is in like perfect condition. Or the other one I ordered for the R32 off eBay is all beat up. This thing looks brand new. Test this now that we've got the snorkel done. See if it makes a difference. Okay, the car's up to temp. It's idling right at 800 RPMs. Let's see if the blow-off valve opens. See how the car wants to die on me? That snorkel did make a difference. Cool. That seems to fix it. It's idling perfect. If the blow-off valve will open, I don't think it So yes, I'm definitely going to call this a win on just extending the turbo inlet or snorkel to the turbo compressor, because now the car is definitely more stable, especially coming down from 3,000 RPMs. It doesn't stall out like it used to, and I think with just that extra space, it's just enough to keep that sensor from kind of freaking out. I still need an RTV around the mass airflow sensor because I did open it up and resolder all the pins in here a while ago, so those are all redone. So I need to RTV that, which I'll do before I sell it. But yeah, I'm definitely excited. If I come off the revs at 4,000 or higher, I think there's too much like turbo pressure because it makes the car want to stall, because this darn blow-off valve just will not open. So that's going to need to be addressed later on. But whoever buys it, the car will be at least drivable. It's not going to stall when you're coming out of gear, driving through town at 3,000 RPMs. It's not going to stall every time you push in the clutch and come to a stop. So that's all I was really trying to do. Top in the car, guys. Let's go do a quick test drive. I want to test if this thing actually does drive better. This car is actually so low. I'm going to show you how it has to be taken out of the driveway to not scrape. Wiper now. You guys can see that. That's all installed. I'll show you that when we get back out of the car. This is what I want to test. So if I'm cruising to like 3,000, I take it out of gear like I'm gonna stop, will it die? Yes, it still dies. So it's better, but it's still not fixed. Damn. Got the TPS sensor set at 0.45 volts. We know the idle air control valve works because if you unplug it, for too long, it'll die. Like this. But yeah, Eric personally helped me check all the sensors. He went over the throttle body, the TPS sensor, the idle air control valve. He looked at the mass airflow sensor. It's none of those sensors. He knows what he's doing. He also helped me finish all my vacuum lines. Like the blow-off valve wasn't plugged in, so he rerouted all my plumbing for the vacuum lines as well. So that is all put together. Thank you very much, Eric from Up Garage. He hooked me up, and I bought him lunch and paid him a little bit of money, and he got me all set up there. So we know that's not the issue. The problem with this car is that it has a Z32 mass airflow sensor, aftermarket TD06 turbo kit, a blow-off valve that doesn't open, bigger fuel injectors, and a EEPROM ECU, which I can put some pictures up. So with all those different things, there's just so many different things that it could possibly be in that. It's an old school archaic way to tune a car. This stuff is from like 10 to 20 years ago. What this car really needs to be unlocked and unleashed to what it can do is it needs like a Link G4 X or G4 Plus, whatever ECU. It just really needs to go standalone at this point. It needs to be running on a map sensor, and that would fix all these issues. And I'm going to sell the car, so I don't really want to drop that $2,000 to $3,000 that it's going to cost to buy all that stuff, get the fuel injectors clean, get the car tuned, and have somebody do all that for me with the wideband and all that. So yeah, I'm just going to sell it the way it is. Hopefully I can get 20 grand out of it. Yeah, but here's the rear wiper blade. It's all done. So it looks good. This is actually the same little plastic cover boot that's for the R32. I had one of those, I put it on there. And I ordered myself another one for the R32. Procrastinating with this for like 2 years, probably longer, like 3 years. This has just been sitting. So I finally got this underpiece painted with some VHT black paint. And then I got the same cover cap, zinc coated nut. And I'm putting the cover over this for the R32, because I don't want to buy another one for the Silvia, but they both work. R32 is looking sad outside. You can see I've got the D-Max clear corners here. I've also got the D-Max turn signals down here. And then I'm running the factory corner light, which is clear, with the OEM headlight. And let me know what you guys think. I've got a set of D-Max corners. And I was thinking maybe I should put these in, but I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think, if we should go with the D-Max corners or leave the OEM ones. I think the OEMs match better with the headlight. It's kind of got those lines that go down it, and that's kind of more uniform all the way across. So I think I might just leave these in the box and then give them to whoever buys the car. I think once there was a Link G4 on this, it would do 350 to 380 wheel horsepower with that turbo setup and everything. Definitely need to finish the Silvia. So I'm going to sand all this up today. I'm going to end today's video here with you guys. There's no point for you guys to watch me sand. That's just kind of boring. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit of everything. I've been filming this over the last 2 weekends, so try to fit as much content in this as I could and share as much as I could with you guys. You guys leave your comments down below. If you found anything helpful, hit the thumbs up. It really helps the video. Smash the like button on this. It really helps out. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.